I am Roland Johns. I am sim racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver of number 35, Stand Up to Cancer Ford. I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am sim racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from 4i Racing, driver number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am sim racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am sim racing.
We are sim racing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Core Vintage Cup Series benefiting Stand Up to Cancer. Tonight's race is going to be the Bud at the Glen. That's right, we are taking these 87 series cars to Watkins Glen. This is going to be a very tough track. I can't lie to you guys out here. Watkins Glen is not easy on any cup car, and these cup cars are going to make it really tough. So luckily these guys are putting in the time and have put in quite a bit of practice. So we are going to see some cautions out there. It's just going to happen. But I think we're going to see some really good racing as this day goes on. Looks like, 1 second. All right, sorry about that. And so as the day goes on, it should get a little bit better as the track should be starting on a warm day and should be cooling off throughout the night or throughout the evening. But would like to talk about our sponsors for this series. We have quite a list to go through. So for the Vintage Cup Series, we have Joker Graphics, Nick Nickerson, also one of the racers. Thank you for sponsoring. Willie Evernham, thank you for sponsoring. And then also for our sponsors that are carrying over from the other core series, the Premier Series, we have Your Buying Machine, Mission Car Care, Southern Art Creations, TechNet Professionals, and also for our broadcast sponsors, Critical at Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. With that being said, I do have a guest in the booth with me tonight. Let me go ahead and bring him in. All right, Josh, you're here with me.
What's up, bud?
Not much, dude. I'm nervous for this race because this is Watkins Glen and you guys have 87 cars. I was able to throw down some. Go ahead.
I'm a little scared myself. It's gonna be wild.
It
wild
definitely is. As we were talking before the race, this is not an easy feat for a lot of these drivers. We were throwing down some laps about an hour before just to see, what people could do. I think I was like 10 seconds off. You guys were pretty close. I think 4 off the lead lap. So definitely some good driving out there, but it's killer. Let's I'll give you guys an example. Let's see. One of our more consistent racers out there, Nick Nickerson, just I think sent it to a wall. All right, let's jump over to him real fast and then we'll run through. But Josh, out in the track, you've been having a pretty decent lap out there. How do you think this race is going to handle for you as you go through?
Yeah, I made a mistake and practiced on the wrong layout. I was running pretty quick, but like I said, I was running on the wrong layout without the bus stop. But I feel like I'm running pretty decent with the bus stop. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
Me too. Like I said, it's one thing to see people in practice. It's another thing to see people side by side. So I'm pretty sure the racing will be pretty good. As you can see, Nick Nickerson just went on 2 tires as he went through the bus stop. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's gonna be one of those races.
I've been lifting the left front a few times here and there.
Yeah. So as you can see, folks, it is a tight track. Go ahead, Josh.
I was going to say, I think the place on the track to watch will be probably the bus stop.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where a lot of the action is going to happen. Whether it be passing, coming out of the bus stop, or an accident in the bus stop.
I couldn't agree more. Although, Wes Fuller proved me wrong. I tried playing chicken with him into the bus stop, and he beat me on the inside. So, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be a good race. And it looks like Kevin Foster making friends with the wall there. But as you can see, Nick Nickerson out there throwing down some laps. And honestly, this car looks really stiff. It looks like even around those corners, you're still lifting up a tire, not even going through the bus stop. So it's definitely just going to be a tough track in general for these guys to keep it all together. But look at that. Pops up a tire, says hello, keeps her going. So right there was the bus stop. A little bit of chicane. Now they're entering the carousel. Wes Fuller looks like his back end kicked out on him. Caught the green. Ooh, goes tossing. And then we have our turn 5 as we roll through. And then turn 6, and that'll send us directly into the front straight for the finish. And there we go. All right, let's go ahead and run through the lineup of some of the drivers out there. Let me make sure they're ready for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be running through the drivers during the pace lap, so we do have about a minute left. Josh, I want to thank you for coming up in the booth, giving me some company as we get going for tonight's race. I hope you have a good one out there. I know it's a tough one, so keep it together, man.
All right, thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
It's going to be a fun one out there. And then I know we have a couple shout-outs to make before we get going. So this is technically October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so shout-out to Leslie Lohr. That's going to be Dave Lohr's mother. She is a survivor of breast cancer. And then also shout out to Wes Fuller. He didn't have breast cancer, but he is a survivor of cancer. And he has also lost a family member to breast cancer. So, he is the one that's going to be running the Stamp to Cancer paint scheme. So definitely look out for him out there. And his donation link is in the description. So if you guys want to reach out and donate to Stamped Cancer, all proceeds, even though they are under him, they go directly to Stamped Cancer. He's working working directly with them. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have 8 seconds to go. Let's get over to qualifying and see a good race out there. Josh, I'll go ahead and put you back.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Good luck. Go get him.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, practice is starting up. We'll go ahead and ride along with Joshua Biller. Since we had him in the booth, we'll give him a little bit of heat out on the track, see what he does. We'll give you a front row seat of Josh Biller's driving. So a little bit of info as we had some time to hit the track beforehand. I can kind of give you a little bit of an in-seat description of what's going on right now. So right now he's going to be sitting in third. He wants to kick it up into fourth about halfway through that the S turn. Now I had the best braking point at the fourth flag on the right. Some of these guys can take it to the third flag. I usually roll through the bus stop at about second gear, doing about like 70 to 65 miles an hour. Some people have proved me they can do it faster. I saw one guy blow through there at about 85 to 90, so it's possible. You just got to be on your tippy toes for that one. As you exit the carousel, pretty easy. About half throttle through, kind of goose it a little bit, roller through. This turn is a little tricky. It's short, comes up fast on you, but it's an easy turn to make. And then as you come in here, this is a very tight right-handed for turn 6. You definitely want to be on the brake as you come around the corner. There we go. Straight down the straight. As he crosses the line, this corner right here, got to hit that brake super heavy for that turn 1. Don't want to blow out. It's going to happen if you don't hit the brake early enough. You're going to shoot out just like he did right there. Get back on the track and then start going uphill. You'll be in 2nd gear, probably clicking over to 3rd right about here. And then once again, halfway through, clicking over to 4th, getting up to about 120 miles an hour as you're leaving that corner. And there you go. Nice and fast. So, Watkins Glen is a tough track by yourself. It is an even tougher track with people out there. So you can see he just blew through the bus stop. Tried to take it a little bit harder than he should have, but kept it smooth, kept her on the track. Takes a little bit of a time penalty there, but that's okay. It happens. All right, let's jump over to some other drivers. Looks like Joshua Billiter threw down a 1.29. So 1:29 lap. Let's see who else is out there throwing down some times. As he crosses the line, 122.234. That's better than me, and he messed up a corner. Oh, nice. All right, good run by Joshua Billiter there. Terry Conda's throwing down a looks like a 118. Nice. So like I said before, we're going to see some pretty varying times. This is a tough track. These guys are going to have to work really hard. What you're just going to have to come to deal with is the fact that this track is super dynamic. It's a tough one for anyone. And there we go. All right, so it looks like right now Andrew Gunther sitting in 1st, but we'll give these guys a couple minutes. They need to throw down laps. It's going to take a little bit. While that's being said, let's jump to a quick commercial break for some of our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to our music festival, Mark. Welcome to our music festival, Mark.
And we are back live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So looks like we had some people throw down some time. So Nick Nickerson able to throw down a 1. So sitting in 1st right now, throwing down a 114.852. Carl Handwerk right behind him with a 115.655. Christopher Hamilton running a, looks like he ran a 116.428. And then shout out to Christopher Hamilton, our fellow, a fellow racer and road racer. He's been away for quite a while. Welcome back to the States. Christopher Hamilton is I'm trying to think of the proper terminology. Christopher Hamilton is a member of the United States Marines and was on deployment. So, or not deployment, he was just in a different station. So I just want to shout out him. Welcome back. Appreciate him coming back. I miss him. So good to have him out here. We used to refer to him as our residential road racer. So we'll see how he does out tonight. Looks like he's throwing down a good time, so should put up a good fight for some of the drivers out there. Looks like Alan Dobbs knocking him down a peg, taking 3rd place away from him. So Alan Dobbs throwing down a 115.854, and then looks like we have Andrew Gunther in a 118.283 sitting in 5th. Willie right behind him. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there we go. Andrew Gunther's best time was a 117.320. And then Willie Evernham right behind him with a 117.616. Eric Andrews with a 118.567. And then Dylan McDonald sitting in 8th with a 118.697. Wow. 5.67 and a 6.97. Wow, these guys are so close. Terry Connor sitting in ninth with a 118.898. Wes Fuller with a 118.169. Wes can run faster laps, so I'm pretty interested to see what happens as the race goes on. So keep an eye on Wes Fuller. He can throw faster times than he's showing right now. Joshua Billiter right behind him can also throw faster times with a looks like his best lap was a 120.132 or sorry 139. CJ Winslow sitting in 13th with a 120.459. Dave Lohr, shout out to Dave, with a 120.897. Matt Crockett with a 120.012. And then we also have Anthony Kieswetter with a 122.072. Alan Castle sitting in 17th with a 124.742. And then Bill Harkins waiting for his time to go down. We'll ride along with Bill Harkins, the geezer of the group. Bill, you're on TV. I always joke with him about him riding an electric scooter. He's just an older driver out with us guys, but definitely a good guy out here. And shout out to Bill for coming and racing with us. As you can see, he's taking these corners pretty heavy right now, 40 miles an hour, almost. Definitely a lot of speed behind those tires. We'll have to see how he does on the uphill. There we go. Flying past the camera, Bill Harkins shoots up the uphill into the straight before the bus stop. So let's see how he does that. Man, Bill's gonna give me an earful after he sees this. Oh man. All right, looks like Bill's gonna take a little longer for that track, so we'll jump over to Dylan McDonald as he's out on the track right now. And see who else is out there. Looks like we have one more driver waiting. Eric Andrews sitting on the finish line. Andrews sitting in ninth. So we're just waiting for a minute and 20 seconds to count over. With that being said, let's go ahead and see if we can drag another driver and see what they think about what's going to happen tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, up in the booth with me, the number 8 in that TechNet professional paint scheme. That's going to be Kevin Foster. Kevin, welcome to the booth.
Hello, welcome everybody.
All right, Kevin. It's a rough race tonight. What are you going to do out there to really bring it to these guys?
Well, as far as the league with Nick and Carl and Alan, those guys are class of the field. But the TechNet 4 Thunderbird qualified 6th. It's good. Just got to keep pace in the car. That's my biggest thing. Keep pace in the car, and I'm going to be there at the end. Don't worry about that.
Definitely agree with that, man. So one thing I'm noticing about this track is it's definitely going to be survival of the fittest, and pretty much that's where I think you excel, is staying alive after all these guys get into a lot of bumping and banging throughout the track. So you think you're going to be pretty cautious about going through that bus stop?
Yeah, especially the first couple laps that we get strung out. Definitely be easy through there, and then after that, hammer down, and let's go get them.
Definitely, man. Well, it looks like you guys are getting ready to pace out. Good luck out there, and definitely shout out to your mom. She's in the booth. She's cheering everyone on.
All right, Mama, we appreciate all the support, and thanks to everyone watching and tuning in tonight. Enjoy the show.
You got it. Go get it, man.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, there you go. Shout out from Kevin Foster to his mama. Definitely appreciate her viewership. She's always there supporting even some of the adopted sons, Carl Handwerk, and I think who else is in there that she roots on? I think she roots on Nick Nickerson too. All right. Let's go through the lineup tonight. We have up in front the number 22. That's going to be Alan Dobbs in that Miller American paint scheme. We also have Joshua Billiter running in the number 3. Bill Harkins in the Geezer Authentics, number 11. We then have Christopher Hamilton running in the Hornet High Class, number 4. Nick Nickerson in that 85 Miller Genuine Draft. Dylan McDonald in a looks like Barbara E. Richardson. I believe he was talking about it. She passed away of breast cancer. So just want to bring that up. Good to see Dylan McDonald out there in the number 38. And then we have Willie Evernham in that Bush number 19. We have the number 10, Matt Crockett, running that FedEx and breast cancer paint scheme. CJ Winslow in the number 61, Miller High Life. We also have the number 34, Anthony Keysweater. We have the number 59. It's gonna be, 59 is gonna be Andrew Gunther in that Schnitzelmobile or Schnitzelwagen. We then have Eric Andrews running in the Vision number 9 paint scheme. Love that paint scheme. And then we have Carl Handwerk running in the number 18 Core Racing Machine. Wes Fuller in the Stamp to Cancer number 35. Then Kevin Foster in that number 8 TechNet Professional. Dave Lohr, once again running a breast cancer awareness paint scheme. Beautiful. Shout out to Dave there, running the number 17. Terry Khan is in that Citigo number 32. And last but not least, we have the number 93, Alan Castle. Looks like he's running a Hornet High Class too. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like these guys are pacing out and are ready to go. And for your viewing pleasure, we're going to go ahead and crank up the audio. Let's go get them. And before we get started, if you have not liked or subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Definitely appreciate the support. And I hope you guys enjoy the race, because we are about to go green as the green flag is up in the air. Cue the music. And we are green to go with 17 laps at Watkins Glen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what these guys can do. Turn 1 already a pretty hairy corner. Carl Handwerk out shooting that corner. Looks like just the outside is going to have an issue with that as they dive into the up the S. Oh, Carl Handwerk getting caught up by Alan Dobbs, already sending us to the wall. Caution flag should be coming out. Nick Nickerson up ahead. Hope everyone is okay. Looks like we have a 5 or 6 car pileup. No caution is out just yet. Ooh, that looked rough. I think we are going to need a replay if a caution does come out. There we go. All right, let's jump over to a quick Critical Hit Bass Lures caution report. Back live. Oh, and here we go, back live with the accident. Yep, looks like Carl trying to run his line. Alan Dobbs just clips him on the center, or on the inside. Let's get that one more time. Yeah, just looks like a little bit of a race dance there. Both of them trying to run their lines, and just looks like he pushed out a tad bit. That's a bummer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a Critical Hit Bass Lures caution report. Let's get back to the live scene. All right, we are back live. Up in front, it's going to be Nick Nickerson, Andrew Gunther, Willie Evernham, Kevin Foster, Carl Handwerk, and Dylan McDonald for our top 6. Looks like these guys are pretty beaten out there, but we'll have to see what they can do. That was rough. And, they talked about it. They said the first lap was going to be rough. And honestly, the first lap, even with these cars on here, the tires just did not want to stick. You definitely felt yourself pushing out. So is one thing they're going to have to adjust to. Hopefully, these cars will stick a little bit better now that they're have a couple laps around the track. Should warm up. We'll see what happens. Kevin Foster made it out pretty clean, though. He was able to avoid that accident. Oh man, that was scary. Because even watching the outside line step out and blow through turn 1 and then have to re-enter with everyone on the inside, it's almost like the inside guys should have just given them room. But it's tough because it's not their fault. You know, it's not their responsibility to be on the right line where, you know, it's the other guy's responsibility. So it's a little bit tougher to do that. All right, as these guys pace it out, looks like no one is going to be hitting the pits tonight. Other than Alan Dobbs, looks like he had to tow himself in there. Oof. Caution flag still out. Well, I hope everyone is having a good Monday. I know my Monday was very good. Oh, looks like we are 1 to go. This is a great way to start off the week. For anyone out there that is interested in watching some racing, we have racing almost every day of the week. So we do 4 days of broadcasting. We are on a little bit of an off week as we went through this week, but we're coming back into the rhythm of it. So once again, Monday tonight, you are going to see those 87 cars hit the track. Followed up on Tuesday, you're going to see DXR, which is the Pro 2 trucks. That's right, those big 900 horsepower engines. Those Pro 2 trucks will be on rallycross and road courses. So tomorrow is going to be Atlanta Rallycross, so we'll have to see how these guys handle it. And then Wednesday nights, we have our iRacing short course series. That series is full of Lucas Oil drivers and plenty of other professional and non-professional drivers that are great at these Pro 4 trucks, and those guys hit those short courses with all 4 tires connected. And we do have a special guest in the booth for those races. That is going to be Dave Arnold, the announcer from Lucas Oil. Definitely appreciate him coming in and helping out. And then on Sunday, we have what you guys all enjoy loving, which I enjoy loving to watch, is which I enjoy to watch is the Core Premier Series. Nothing better than that. Talking about different cars, different tracks, all different lineups, all sponsored by the drivers and some of the sponsors. We pick and choose what we want to drive and what we want to see out there, just to give you guys a little bit of a different dynamic out in the track. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you have a chance to watch racing in the evening. And then once a month on Saturdays, the first Saturday of every month, we run the Stamp to Cancer series, which is always fun to do. And that is going to be, I believe, running up pretty soon, actually. Next month we should be on, we already had ours, so we should be running it next month, November. All right, pace car should be dropping off. Let's get ready to go green. Oh, looks like we are holding one more just because of the accident. They want to get everyone out onto the track. So one more till we are going green. Sorry about that, folks. It was a first lap hiccup, and they want to get everyone back on the track and give everyone an opportunity to hit the track with all fresh cars. Riding along with Willie Evernham right now as we tail behind the Schnitzel wagon. So our lineup now, since people have hit the pits and gotten back out, it's going to be first place Nick Nickerson, second is going to be Andrew Gunther, third is going to be Willie Evernham, fourth Eric Andrews, fifth is going to be CJ Winslow, and sixth Dave Lohr. That is our top 6 for tonight right now. We'll have to see how they handle that first corner and who stays alive. like I said in the beginning of the race, tonight is going to be a brutal one. So I apologize for you fans out there if we have a little bit of a caution fest. It's Watkins Glen's. It's the 87 cars. It's the only road course we have on the season, and it is going to be a very difficult race. So these guys are going to have to put, the racing pants on because it's going to be tough. No easy wins tonight. Looks like a couple of our drivers dropping back. Christopher Hamilton and Kevin Foster dropping back to 17th and 18th after having to hit the pits. Looks like Carl Handwerk finds himself in ninth place after hitting the pits. And looks like Alan Dobbs also caught up in that accident, finds himself in 15th. Definitely quite a mix-up, so we'll have to see how it plays out for these guys. All right, pace car dropping off. Cue the music. Green flag up in the air, and we are green, green, green with 13 laps to go. Oh, contact. Looks like Wes Fuller getting into Dylan McDonald out there. Oh, that did not look good. Will the caution flag come out? We don't know. Looks like we are staying green up in front. Nick Nickerson, Andrew Gunther, Willie Evernham trying to make a run for it. Battle between Andrew and Willie Evernham coming up soon. As we enter the bus stop, Nick Nickerson hitting all points. Andrew and Willie doing the same. Eric Andrews with, looks like CJ Winslow and Carl Handwerk behind him. CJ, oh, misses his turn. Over-rotates. Oh, no. Luckily, no one was caught up in that. Nick Nickerson with a strong lead. Andrew Gunther trying to run him down. Willie Evernham right behind him. Eric Andrews also looking to get up there. Same thing with Carl Handwerk. As we go up the hill to the bus stop. Nick Nickerson hitting all points. Looks like Andrew Gunther, Willie Evernham, Carl Handwerk right behind them. Possible battle breaking up between Carl and Andrew. Oh, looks like Carl was able to get around Eric Andrews. Alan Dobbs also making his way up the field. Look at that. Side by side, Alan Dobbs, Eric Andrews going down into turn 5 and 6. Alan, nice clean pass. Beats him down the straight. Alan Dobbs now trying to catch back up to Carl Handwerk. Those two both getting into it lap 1. We'll have to see what happens. Looks like Eric Andrews now has some heat coming up behind him. That's going to be Christopher Hamilton, our residential road racer. Nice clean pass. Let's go and ride along with him for a little bit as he runs down the next driver, which should be either Alan Dobbs right in front of him. As Alan's trying to reel in Carl Handwerk, we'll have to see if he can catch up to him. As you can hear those tires screeching, coming around the corner, riding on the edge of breaking loose and being fast. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Christopher Hamilton right now. Hasn't touched a racing wheel in quite a while, and he is coming back with a battle. Oh, looks like he's disconnecting just a tad bit. We'll jump over to a different driver. So some things you might see on the field if you are not new or don't know much about iRacing or are new to it. There's a couple things that are pretty prevalent in iRacing. That just happens because you're dealing with people. Oh, Willie Evernham overshoots the corner. Oh my gosh. Back end goes spinning. Carried too much speed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the race. Lap 9 out of 18. So back to what I was talking about. Some things you might see out there. One thing, you're going to see people blinking. That's just because we're racing from drivers all around the United States, and some of us might be out of the country. I believe, he's not here tonight, but one of the drivers we have that races from Canada. That's Brock Veras. So shout out to Brock, the Oilers fan. So for anyone out there, see someone flashing or blinking, it happens. It's all has to do with latency and the speed of your internet. Another thing that happens with iRacing is what we call net coding. Sometimes due to just the way latency works out and the game, sometimes the car might be somewhere where it's not. It happens. There's not much we can do about it. So drivers have to be careful about that. But I'll point it out if it happens. But so far, it's been a pretty good race. Haven't seen any of that other than a couple minor flashes from some drivers, but that's bound to happen. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, looks like I'm possibly going to have a rolling blackout where I'm at. So if we get a cut from the broadcast, I apologize for that because I just had my power flash on me. So I apologize for any inconveniences and breaks in the broadcast. California might be doing rolling blackouts again. That's great. But back to the race. Carl Handwerk running down Andrew Gunther right now as he takes him to the bus stop. Will he catch up to the Snitchel wagon? He steps out to the right side, tries to beat him on the inside. He's going to cut the corner. Can he get him? He's closing the gap. Nice clean exit by both drivers. Coming out of the carousel side by side. Oh! Alan Dobbs carries the speed through the carousel, trying to catch up to... Oh, my gosh. Sends himself to the wall. Oh, Alan, stop. Oh, my gosh, there's going to be an accident back there. Clean pass by Carl Handwerk on Andrew Gunther there. Sorry, there's a lot happening on that track. Nick Nickerson with a solid lead in front of these guys, 11 seconds. That is insane. But as we go back through the field, we have a battle in the rear. Willie Evernham, Christopher Hamilton, Eric Andrews, Wes Fuller, and Alan Dobbs. All fighting to get up onto the podium right now. Willie overshooting the corner just a tad bit. Christopher Hamilton hot on his tail. Christopher Hamilton still looking for some speed on Willie. Looks like Willie was able to beat him out of the bus stop and then continue through into the carousel. Definitely not his strong point right now, but I think Hamilton was always catching up to him on that front straight section, and then looks like Willie just has some speed on the back end that's just beating him. But behind those two, Alan Dobbs, Eric Andrews, and Wes Fuller all in line right now. What is going to happen between these drivers? Alan Dobbs looking for a passing point on Eric Andrews. He did have a chance to get around him. He looks like he's going to try and take him on the outside as they go into the front stretch. Alan trying to stay fast, but I think fast is keeping him loose right now, and a little too loose because he is stepping out on almost every corner. He definitely wants to get back up there. He's driving with a passion right now, but he's got to be careful. as they get ready for the bus stop. What is going to happen between these drivers? Unlike road cars where you have brake lights to kind of judge when someone's braking, you got to do this all off feel. Allen trying to beat him on the outside. Overshoots. That's going to open up for Wes Fuller. Is he going to close the door? How did he get speed out of that? That was insane. Side by side on Eric Andrews right now. Going down into turn 5. Gets in front of him. Clean pass. What a battle back here. That was insane. Oh, Alan Dobbs carries the speed through. Overshoots. Wes Fuller having to be careful there. He's going to go side by side with him into the finish. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 5 laps to go tonight. Side by side, Wes Fuller, Alan Dobbs going into turn 1. This is always a sketchy corner for anyone. How are they going to pull it off? Wes overshoots quite a bit. Alan staying to the inside. Can he beat him? Now side by side with Eric Andrews. Beats him around turn 2 up into the S's. Looks like Wes Fuller looking for a pass on Eric Andrews. Takes him on the outside. Now he's going to go to the inside. Try to beat Alan Dobbs into the bus stop. Looks like both Wes and Alan have a little bit to settle out on the track right now. Wes is trying to run him down as Alan honestly did chop his nose off a couple times. Trying to make up time. So Wes is definitely probably a little bit heated trying to catch up to him. But hey, that's part of racing. With only 5 laps to go, you got to fight for every position. All right, let's jump over to Christopher Hamilton as he's still trying to run down Willie Evernham. Once again, we saw Chris catching up to him on the back end, but once Willie hits this front straight, he is gone. And you can see Chris back end sliding out from into the last turn. And I think Chris has a hard time with turn 1. That's just really what's been killing him. As he comes down into the corner, he's got to keep that a lot tighter. Yeah, Paul. Wes was beating all of our times in practice, so I told him he needed a race tonight. I know he hasn't been feeling well, but I definitely appreciate him coming out here and racing with everyone. He's definitely a great addition to have out on the track. All right, looks like Alan Dobbs able to get away from Wes Fuller. Eric Andrews still trying to stay behind Wes, and then up in front, Willie Evernham, Christopher Hamilton riding for 4th and 5th right now. Andrew Gunther trying to tail in behind. Looks like we're also coming up to some lap traffic. Looks like the gap is pretty heavy right now. We're looking at almost a 3-second gap between Andrew Gunther and Carl Handwerk. 4 laps to go. It's pretty much a sealed deal right now. We haven't seen too much movement from these guys in the sense of being able to gain position on these laps. We're seeing some guys drive pretty fast and get some, position here or there, but I don't know if these guys can make up the time they have right now unless a huge caution comes out within 4 laps. Nick Nickerson has it sealed. He has it in the bag right now. We're looking at a 15.7 second lead. Unless something tragic happens out in the field, Nick Nickerson is sitting in first. Second is going to go to Carl Handwerk, who's got a pretty dominating lead on Andrew Gunther, and Andrew Gunther is also sitting at a pretty awesome lead in front of everyone else. So definitely locked up for those top 3, but the battle in the back, that's really what's happening right now. Once again, I'd like to thank our series sponsors for tonight: Joker Graphics, Nick Nickerson, Willie Evernham, Urbine Machine, Mission Cargear, TechNet Professionals, Southern Heart Creations, and also our broadcast sponsors, Critical Ambassadors and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. Definitely appreciate all their help out tonight as tonight gets closer and closer to the finish. 3 laps to go. What is going to happen? Willie Evernham and Christopher Hamilton going at it left and right. But look at this. Alan Dobbs. He's coming up behind him. Can he catch him in time? As we go into the uphill, looks like Chris found some speed. This is what he needs. We've been talking about it all race. Christopher Hamilton has a great run in this backstretch section, but on that front, he always seems to lose Willie. Looks like he was looking to take him on the outside. As we come into lap traffic, this is going to get tricky for both Willie and Chris as they want to set up a pass. Looks like Willie, oh no, takes the corner just a little too hot, sends him into the green. Clean pass by Christopher Hamilton there. All right, here we go. Christopher Hamilton, Willie Evernham, and Alan Dobbs all going down into turn 5 right now. Everyone's lines looking on point. Alan Dobbs looking for a pass on Willie Evernham. He's looking for it. He wants it. 2 laps to go. I don't know if he'll find it, but Christopher Hamilton is trying to run away from these guys right now. He wants to get up to catch that third guy. He is quite a distance away, but definitely worth an effort to try and make it up to him. Alan Dobbs reeling in Willie Evernham right now, looking for that pass. 2 laps to go. Up in front, it's pretty stretched out for these drivers. Final lap. Let's jump over to Nick Nickerson as he completes it. Nick Nickerson got lucky, was able to break away during that first lap caution, didn't take any damage, and now he has the road to himself. Ladies and gentlemen, it is him against himself and some lapped cars. That is also a really tough situation to be in because you don't have anyone to race behind, to follow behind their lines, so you have to be on point every single corner. It looks like even there, Nick almost losing it just a tad bit, having to make a quick little redirection with the wheel. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like that was Anthony Keysweater, spun around the number 34. So like I said, it's tough because these guys are having to deal with lap traffic, possibly drivers making a mistake out on the track. And even the first place driver can get caught up in that. But here we go as we get ready to cross the finish line. Sliding around the corner, putting on a little bit of a show for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, our first place finisher is going to be Nick Nickerson. Way to go. What a run. Looks like Carl Handwerk also getting ready to make it around the corner. Carl Handwerk taking second place. Andrew Gunther right behind him in third. Looks like Alan Dobbs able to get around Willie Evernham. Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth place is going to be Christopher Hamilton, fifth. Oh, Willie Evernham, Alan Dobbs taking second. Ooh, I wonder what happened out there. All right. Let's jump back over to our first place finisher. That's going to be Nick Nickerson. Congratulations, the number 55. Let's get these guys up in the booth and ask them how the race went. Ladies and gentlemen, for the finishing lineup, once again, first place Nick Nickerson, second Carl Handwerk, and third Andrew Gunther. And in the booth with us, our third place finisher, the number 59, Andrew Gunther. I know they took third place away from you last race, but hey, you got it back. It's yours.
Feels good.
It does. And this is definitely a good race to get third place in. It's a tough one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I love road courses, so this was fun for me. I may not be the fastest, but I love driving around them.
Now, if the 87s came back to another road course, would you be okay with that, or would you definitely be this is a one and done?
I'd be very much okay with it.
Really? It looked like it handled pretty well in the sense of like for some of the guys really had it on point, but definitely it's not everyone's bread and butter.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple turns where, like turn 1, I could figure it out. I won't, but I wish I could. But some of them, just depends, I guess. Driving style depends how you can control the car.
Yeah, it looked like you got lucky and made it through that accident right as it was happening. That was intense. How'd that make you feel having that in front of you, man?
Well, I was hoping it wouldn't happen in front of me. I was hoping it happened behind me. And then, I mean, when it happened in front of me, luckily it went all the way, I guess you could call that the high side.
Yeah.
So that way I can go straight through the inside. And I don't know if we're the only ones that make it through 100% clean. I'm not sure.
I think it was you and Nick are the only ones that made it through clean. Everyone else behind just got caught up. It was like an 8-car pileup. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I can imagine. I would hear and they're saying the track was blocked. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
But I was happy to make it through that clean.
Definitely agree with you, man. Well, you fought hard. You drove really well. You made it through, and honestly, that even after that reset, people were still had a chance to really make their way up there, and you guys drove great and broke away from the pack. So hats off to that, man. It's tough on this track. We saw a lot of guys really fighting up and driving through, and then you kept your position pretty well.
Appreciate it.
Well, man, once again, congratulations on third place. Good to have you back up here. Definitely enjoy having you in the booth. And we'll have to see what you do next week. Next week, man. Do you have anyone you want to shout out?
Just shout out the broadcast. It's always nice coming in here and watching it on YouTube after it gets uploaded. So yeah,
thanks,
man. Shout out the broadcast. Shout out the league. Just had a lot of fun tonight.
I had a lot of fun watching. It was definitely a very tough race for a lot of these drivers. So
yes,
I'm glad you made it through.
All right. Thank you, Moose.
You have a good night, man. Ladies and gentlemen, our second place finisher, the number 18, Carl Handwerk. Carl, I'm going to put you on the coals just a tad bit. What happened?
I got second. I really don't want to get into it. It was really just...
It was tough.
Too aggressive driving on the first lap.
Yeah,
just way too aggressive and not giving any room, and that's not what we want to do in this league. So
all right.
I apologize to everybody out there that seen a huge wreck in the first lap, but it is what it is. We got to clean up after that, and it looked like there was a couple incidents back there with guys spinning, and it looked like Dylan had a bit of a rough night. But other than that, I mean, status quo, in my opinion. Nick came in here as the favorite, and no reason he doesn't deserve the win. I mean, he's good on road courses no matter what car. I mean, it doesn't matter for riding freaking bicycles. He'll probably still beat us down. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So he's found all the road course cheat codes. So he's got those down pat.
Riding bicycles. He's probably the one riding the bicycles, getting all the notes down. He's like, there's a crack right here.
Yeah, he's that one guy on the bike that's actually looking for aerodynamics and stuff. We're just kind of riding around, tee-hee-hee,
He's got the little streamers tied on, looking for the change. Like, where does it go dead?
But they're color coordinated. That's big. It's color coordinated. So
yes,
we're good.
Definitely.
Well, man, it was a rough race.
It was.
This track is rough, especially with these cars. So bringing home top 2, I'll take it.
Definitely, man. Good to have you pulling it through up there. And I saw you running down Andrew Gunther. That was definitely a little bit of a scary one. I know he had quite a bit of a distance. You had to make up. I think you started in 9th and drove through the field and then caught your way up to him. And I think Andrew noticed you're a little bit faster than him, so he kind of gave you a little bit of a fresh air on that one.
I think he got a little bit loose out of, I think it was the carousel. I forget where I passed him, but I think he got a little bit loose, and that's what kind of gave me that little edge.
Mm-hmm.
And even still, I wasn't aside of him, but he realized that I was going to have the better angle, obviously going in the corner, so he just backed off a little bit earlier. Yep. Yeah, definitely a good call because it's a tough track to go too wide on anything. Yep. But yeah, I'll take it, and like I said, I'm not surprised that second best is the best I could do. It happens, man. But congratulations on second place, and definitely a good run out there. So I'll see you this weekend as we go back to the Core Premier Series because I am excited for that, man. Yes, sir. Should be a fun one. I don't like having off days with you guys. Yeah, we have our little fun runs, but it's just not the same. It really isn't. But congratulations again, man, and I'll put you back up there. Thanks a lot, bud. Ladies and gentlemen, our first place finisher, the number 85, Nick Nickerson. You're in the booth.
How's it going?
It's going good. You were gone. What happened? You checked out of that race.
Yeah, road course racing and stock cars, kind of my thing.
It's kind of your thing.
Yeah. Plus, I had that lap 1 accident to take all the heavy hitters out of the front row.
Yeah, that's true. That it made it hard for those guys to have to drive up the field.
Yeah.
But
and then
go ahead.
Once I learned with those yellow flags, we didn't need to make a pit stop anymore. I had to back it down a little bit, try to save tires and fuel, so I knew I was going to make it. Yeah, because kind of a short race.
So that was one thing that you guys talked about. If you had a green flag through the whole time, that you would have to take a pit stop, and having those slow laps, definitely saved you guys quite a bit on fuel. Yeah, I mean, my fuel calculation average for when I was in practice, that's pretty much hot lapping every single lap on fresh tires. It was like 1.15 gallons. Mm-hmm. So it brought us to about 9.5 laps. But now that I'm looking at my fuel usage for this race, it was down to 0.78 gallons per lap, average fuel. Now that also calculates the 3 laps that were under yellow. But that's insane. Yeah, we probably would have made it regardless. Maybe not. We might have been a lap shorter. So it would have been tight. Yeah, very tight. Have to bring out the paddle. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Row. But definitely a good race, man. I know you had to get around some of the lap traffic out there. It looks like some people were pretty nice and gave you the room, but definitely difficult because you had some guys spinning. Definitely because they were trying to keep their lap times, and it's tough. Yeah, that's always scary when you see that. Yeah, I saw that in your last lap, and I was like, whoa. Yeah, I know. But do you have anyone? Scared. Yeah. What's up? Sorry. No, I was just always scared of them hitting the wall and bouncing across the track. Yeah. That happens a lot in iRacing. Oh yeah, they rebound into the center, and you're like, I can't go anywhere. Yeah. But other than that, man, thanks everybody puts on the core league and the core vintage league. It's a lot of fun, and thanks for the broadcast. You do a good job. Thank you, man. I try, and I appreciate you guys putting on a good race. I know Watkins Glen's a tough one, and you guys did your best to keep it green as much as possible. So once again, congratulations on that first, man. Go celebrate, and let's see you back on Sunday and see what you can do out there. Heck yeah, man. I'll talk to you later. You got it. Have a good night. You too, man. Later. Later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for tonight. Once again, I'd like to thank our series sponsors. That's going to be Joker Graphics, Nick Nickerson, Willie Evernham, Your Brand Machine, Mission Car Care, Southern Heart Creations, TechNet Professional. Definitely appreciate all the time, all the money and help that they put in. And then also for our broadcast sponsors, can't forget our beautiful replays there, Critical at Bachelor's Caution Reports, and our Southern California Nautilus Media Systems, helping you with your internet and home media needs. With that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed tonight's race. I know it was a rough one. Watkins Glen is not easy for these 87 cars. So with that being said, don't forget to tune in tomorrow's night broadcast, which is going to be DXR. We're going to be hitting Atlanta Rallycross. And also, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. If you guys want to check it out, go ahead and ring in on iRacing Short Course once again. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.